Derivatives trading involves
Block
substantial risk
sell.
of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Block sell during the intro. That's interesting. Not surprising. So, in the overnight session... Wait. Let's pull the link. What do you think? That's a good idea, right? Get the link. Want the link? Let's get the link. Open up. Okay. So, we had, of course, a very conflicted day yesterday. In the overnight, they tried to take it lower. Didn't really try very hard. We had some news come out that Donald Trump and China were maybe going to come to an agreement, and it was going to be like $200 billion or something like that, which is like way too much. That's like 2/3 the deficit with China, and I don't believe it. And I am seeing a news story on CNBC saying that the Chinese denying it. In the meantime, we have seen some spreading. We steepened a little bit overnight in the knob. Not so much in FYT, but whatever. Well, actually, it's not that. That's when was it? Yeah, pretty much flat in the front end of the curve. Until that block sell, we were like literally right on the highs, which to open at the highs is like, I've never seen that before. That would be incredibly weird. So I think we come back to the VWAP. This kind of gives us the same, well, not the same, but a similar setup to what we've had the past 2 days. So, but it's a little bit different, especially in ZB. And I think we could move up. I think we have a really good chance of moving up. So I was just looking at John's notes, and he was saying as long as we're above 140.11, which is like way down there. So yeah, if it gives us the sub-buy, and we really want to pay attention down here when it gets to the VWAP. Bitcoin, meanwhile, took another sell last night, and it's recovered a little bit, but only to 8,000. So yeah, don't buy it, guys. I don't know how else to say it. Like, Bitcoin's going to 3,000. That's what I think. Okay, so it's not even the open yet. We're getting a lot of volatility. And what else? Okay, so we got a couple of people watching now. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna try and try and relax a little bit today. I think we've been a little too tense. So I have some food. I'm almost done with my food. I made like a ton of food today. I don't know if like I was just really hungry. Okay, yep, they sold that. I really think that they're gonna go back to the VWAP. I don't think I should take that trade because I don't necessarily see like the signal, but we'll see. See, ZB wants to buy 1,000. That's quite a bit. Okay, well, let's eat this food here real quick. Okay, well that was kind of interesting. I kind of felt like they had enough to touch the VWAP, and buyers started hitting in. They ran into a 5K iceberg, which is significant. Traded through it, put up a decent bid. Had some volume trade through here in 18.5. I'm not necessarily seeing a confirmation here in ZF, and definitely not in ZB. In fact, ZB, there's just a lot of volume going through here both ways. 18 is the middle of the profile. 18 would be, well, I don't really like 18. 17.5 would be the best place to buy it, I think. Unless, of course, it goes through. But 17.5, 17. Well, we could probably, I mean, probably you could get 17 because you could get the VWAP, right? But then it's a question of do you get the bounce or does it go through? Okay, so here they are, they're testing it again. Okay, and they were able to get a strong takedown. And maybe actually even a few stops there. But the 18 is not being like strong. You see the ZF that ZF wants to tick up and isn't getting through the iceberg there. Okay, so they all ticked down now. I mean, I was seeing a little bit of volume. Okay, that was a little weird. Okay. ZF is more interested in going down than ZN is. A little more sparse today, Friday. 7 guys with us today. Well, the volume down in ZB was actually quite significant, wasn't it? 4,000 contracts down. Quite the imbalance, actually. Okay, it is now ticked at this 18 a couple of times. I'm kind of keeping my eye out for maybe a spoof. Maybe that's a spoof. Maybe they hit that. Okay, no, it's not. I do take it. But you can see there's just not really, we're stuck, really. We are balanced at 18. Okay, a tick down is looking a little bit more likely now. I'm kind of just sitting here wondering if what we're seeing is like a reversal in this spread. It very well could be. Okay, so they still didn't trade to 17.5, and that was a much stronger tick. I think we've been here quite a while now. I don't want to hit 18.5. Maybe I would take one at 18 if they give it a hit that looks right. See, they don't want to sell it anymore. They may well have to take it as she goes. Probably would need to flip first. too slow, but there was a pull. I think I maybe a little bit too much traded there. I'm gonna let it tick down again. Too much traded there.
Block buy.
Okay, I guess it's on. So I think now at this point I need to watch it because this was what we were talking about yesterday evening, where I was waiting for an edge at 18.5 and I didn't catch it. And then I got the block buy at 19, so I bought there. And maybe the 19 wasn't the right place to buy it. Okay, that was a spoof. So I really could have filled that 18.5. Could we have predicted that that spoof was going to be there? Maybe they do it again here. Let's see. So not that time. And in fact, when they ticked back up, they didn't put a whole lot on the bid. And we haven't seen any buy 19 yet. Let's reset this. So if I get this filled at 19, we're gonna kind of discount it because I wouldn't normally take one like that, and I only did it because I wanted to see if I could get filled. I mean, it's kind of holding, but nobody's bought 19 yet. Making it look weak. I mean, it could be spoofed again. Okay. So ZB ticked up, ZF ticked up, okay, and ZN ticked up. Oh, and it was a good strong tick on ZN too. Okay, so I think that our read there, in terms of if they were accumulating at 18.5, was correct. When we saw the block buy at 19, we could have gotten filled at 18.5. So next time we see that and we end up making a trade around a block buy, I think that we should try to get that one tick lower and see how that works out for us in the future. There's pretty good pressure here. I think we need to be careful because this is that same trade, right? So I think, I mean, ZF is right there, right? ZF, decent chance now. I'm not going to say it's pretty likely, but a decent chance that they break a new high. Rather, it's a much higher percentage chance than it was 5 minutes ago, at least. In ZN, what are the chances that it breaks a new high? It's not as high yet. I really want to see them tick up through 19.5, and we have seen some volume go through there. Okay, there they hit it. There's a little bit of absorption, but I really want to see it tick up and put a decent amount on the bid. And then I don't know. I mean, so there's definitely a lot of orders there at 20. And we've seen these at the high of the day both ways. One day there was a big order and they couldn't hit it, and then another day there wasn't a big order and they couldn't hit it. I don't think it's a good sign that we're seeing the absorption in 19.5 though. Okay, so there's the tick that we wanted. There was some stops going into the 20, but it's not a super strong up. It's not a super strong bid. Okay, and they did not absorb there on the downtick either. So let's let it tick up again and see what they do this time. Okay, well, they had a chance to just hit it right up immediately and they didn't. So I'm starting to get a little... Okay, now the level 2 is playing games with us. Lots of games, but only 8 contracts sold. That's kind of odd. Lots of volume going through here in 30 year. 5 years isn't really telling us much other than that it's been buying. Tough read here. I'm going to say the moment this does not look to me like it's going to immediately go up and break a new high. Maybe it messes around here for a little bit, and then we tick up, and then maybe it'll look a little better. Maybe we just take 19, though. I kind of feel like our opportunity to get, well, okay. So 2000 went through, and they bid 2000. I kind of feel like there was an opportunity to get filled there at 19.5 that we passed up. Well, ZF looks good. CB does not, at least level 2 wise. Okay. So definitely don't like that. And I'm looking at maybe breaking even here. Seems like that the only way I could have gotten that too would have been if I had when there wasn't like 2000 at the 19.5, get out of it. That's, I think, what I would have had to have done. I was kind of wrangling around here, but I do like that they traded 5,000 here at 19. I do still like it to the upside. Okay. So we got filled on that one, but they didn't put a strong bid up again. Ah. I think that they're trying to accumulate at 19. Yeah, that looks like a spoof to me. Sellers decided to hit into it, but I should see them tick back up. Yeah. So now there's a machine gun selling 19 here. Anybody that wants to do business at 19 must be pretty happy right now.
Block by.
Okay. This has a high probability of going to a new high now. Good strong bid held. Push it down, push back up. Possible lure. If we trade more than 5,000, some of this pulled, by the way. This was 7,000 at one point, right? Now it's only 56. Good. Well, I want to see ZB tick up. Okay, now it's traded over 5,000. So, more than enough to take out that 20. By the way, through all of this, the E-mini has been falling. It's fallen a good 10 points. Okay, so they hit it. They weren't able to tick through it. Interesting that it's only 35. 40, there you go. Okay. No stops, there you go. There's stops. Okay, so now they've hit this 20 half, and it's not a strong bid at 20. They may be waiting for the 30-year to tick up. So let's see. Nope, they did not. So we're just going to take another quick one. Oh, of course. Of course, as soon as I get out, they do it. I need to look back at that one because I don't think that exit was the right call. I do think we need to be cautious around here because the E-mini is kind of in an area where maybe they turn around. Yeah. There you go. Well, now it's gonna leave the station without us. Ugh. Nope, that was a bad click. Bad click. Okay. Pew. We want to see it come back is what we want. Probably not that one. I don't want to get caught on like an order like that. So the high was 200. Okay. There is selling here. There was quite a bit of profit taking at 21 and 20 half. Now that 21 is unfinished, so I think that there's a really good chance that we go higher. But I think I can maybe get 20 or maybe even 19 half. Let's see how far back it comes. And we gotta be careful because ZB has not made a new high and they could decide to go for it. I guess not. I guess this 14.95 that hit 25 half was our only chance. Okay, the E-mini does look like maybe it's going to recover. So right here at 27.12 is kind of like a pivot from previous days. A significant level at 27.11, 27.10 or so. We should probably keep this up like there so we can see it better. There we go. Well, now it's 4,000. But they're not ticking through. If I had been able to keep it, I think that I would wait to see what happens on this next one. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I think what happened here was, you know, we were trying to be cautious because we didn't get follow through on previous days, and today was the day where we really should have just held it. Because that's two ticks now. Actually, 3 ticks that we've missed out on. Okay. So that I don't like 4,000. I think now that we've missed it, we need to be conscious of our desire to want to get back in anyways. You'd be clicking in when there's not really a signal. And I think if anything, there's a short signal right here. I mean, if this is going to be a 10K order at 21.5, that could stop us dead in our tracks for a little while. Well, it was 7K and they went through it. E-mini has a decent bid, but it's not moving. Okay. E-mini took another step lower. Now they're at 27.12. I didn't see if they traded the 500 there or not. Okay. So there's the E-mini making a little bit more strong of an attempt to push up. There's volume going both ways here in the 10 year. ZB did make a new high, by the way. I don't know though. This looks to me like a place that we should be out. You know? Or was that one where I clicked in and I was like, nope, that's no good. It was 10. Okay. Yeah, I do think that click was bad. Big equal, level 2 equal on both sides. Volume equal on both sides. It's balanced here. Buyers to take it though. That could give them another tick higher. They downticked, but they weren't able to put a huge offer on it. Okay, a flip there and some volume going through. I don't think these buyers have too much conviction at this price. I think that they would all feel much more comfortable if it touched 20 or so first. And see the E-mini wanting to come up still. And if this move is equities driven, the E-mini moving up is definitely not good. It's going to be quite the open in the E-mini if this continues. Okay. Iceberg there at 21. I'm not going to say that it's a lure, but awfully curious that we're trading that much there. Okay, so now there's 7K bid. Is this good iceberg gonna hold us? So we came back quite a bit in ZB, but not in the 10 and the 5. This is definitely a function of the spread. I mean, man, the spread really went there. And it could keep going even. Because we've got like 21, like 21.5. So we've still got like a quarter of a point to go. It's going to be like 4 to 8 ticks.
Block sell.
Okay. Okay. Well, you guys do your thing, because I don't understand what you're trying to do here. $12K iceberg at 21. That's I didn't necessarily see corresponding things somewhere else. So if it's a hedge, it could be a hedge in the E-mini. Yeah, okay. Well, now that we've gotten that push, I think that we could go much further. Nope. Well, that makes me want to short the E-mini. Right here. Maybe not right here, maybe here. Okay. Wow, look at that pressure. Can we see the 25? Well, 25 was the spot from yesterday. You could definitely see some resistance there. Still not filled in the E-mini. She looks unhappy though. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, if this gets filled, I don't want it anymore. I think I want that price right there. Nope. Suddenly it looks very negative over in, well, sorry, it suddenly looks like really positive in the E-mini, which is bad for us. Ooh, baby. So the knob spread is coming back a little bit as CB catches up. Is what's happening. Okay. So now we're getting back to the level 2 is equal. No, we got a tick against this, but it wasn't a very strong one. Okay. Not good. So we're gonna take it off and let it come back on us. They got a good pump out of that bid there, but it's obviously not continuing, so you can see here in the cumulative delta that it actually didn't make a new high in cumulative delta. I wish I had seen that earlier. There's maybe a little warning sign for us there.
Block sell.
Okay. That's too much. Was there 2 block cells in there or something? It sounded like it said it twice. Holy shit. And it was at the 2 prices that it had done it before, but they were just both cells. Oh, holy crap. I don't necessarily see a change in the DOM, but that sure felt like a significant reversal to me, you know? Nobody's talking in Discord. What's wrong with you guys today, huh? We got the same number of viewers. Did anybody take that? Yep, I want to sell that. Look at that, they're only able to put up 651. I wonder if there's some news. Weak bid, but some absorption. Fed's Baynard doesn't comment on Monpol in prepared remarks. Oh, we have Baynard talking, huh? Okay. Well, seeing 5K now here, buying is not, I don't want to say it's significant, but it's definitely not what I want to see. I mean, we're trading 5K like literally everywhere, so. Okay. We're definitely getting jostled around now. Market has switched from a trending market to a conflicted market. Because they really came down, and now we're getting what looks like a right shoulder to me. Like a head and shoulders pattern, right shoulder is what it looks like to me. Like when it ticked against me, it just didn't feel strong to me. It just didn't panic me for some reason. Okay, so that right there is not a bad sign. I think we can still give this a little bit of room. I'm not quite sure why it's ticking back and forth here. But the balanced price is in the wrong spot. We sold the bottom of the zipper. Okay. Well, that was good. That was great, actually. Amazing tick down. Wow. And they tick it back up still. Hmm. Sweeping back and forth like this so much is very unusual, and I kind of feel a little off balance here because of it. Active shooter incident at a school in Santa Fe. Let's see some volume at 20.5, please. 140.15 is a key reference for the bonds today. Was a pretty good back and forth there at 15, but I think this 18 seems to be more important. Europe should help Syria if it wants refugees to go home. Sure. Okay, so 15 did go through at 20.5. 12 went through at 21.5. So we are definitely stuck in a range. still not seeing like news. Like this is the kind of action that should happen with news. Okay. Now some fighting at 21. So here's the equities open. Oops, where'd it go? There we go. I still like this trade just because there was the 2 block sells, and that is just really aggressive selling. I've never seen anything like that before, even close. And I just think that selling that aggressive is for a reason, and that there's a good chance that we fall below it. But we've had a hard time getting anybody to sell 20.5. So there goes the E-mini. The first test was up. Okay. So
Block
they
die.
ticked through it again. When it ticked through and then 8,000 and then immediately came back up again, that was I was like, okay, this isn't happening. But then they immediately bought the next price. If we take out that E-mini trade, it was basically get break even, don't we? Yeah. Okay. -1 on the day. And they go for the high. Well, now in retrospect, it looks like some very, very strong absorption. I don't know. So for us to be at the high, and now we're basically at the low of the day, and cumulative delta is like mind blown, crazy. So I just kind of want to sit on the sidelines for a little bit. I need to feel like we've got our feet underneath of us, because right there we just got jostled around, you know. And especially because, you know, we had a great buy. We had a buy way back at like 19.5, and we only took like 1 or 2 on it. So we really need to catch our bearings here. There's another strong tick. Even though the E-mini's not going down. Something's wrong with my mouse. But it just, I was about to say you could just click right into that one. It is going to hit our original target, which was at +4. The one that we had before that. I'll take that one. Wow. Where is this going to go? It's kind of hard because there's the 24 target. Excuse me, there's the 24 target, but then there's also the 25, and then you got one at almost every even number. Yeah, the ZB is just going. So we've already played this one wrong, because we should have been able to get out of that one at a break even or just a -1, and now we're looking at -1 or -2. Okay. Good tick up. Okay. E-mini does look positive now. We made a higher high on less cumulative delta. Nope, that was bad. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, the bid is okay, but we are down to, I mean, this could just be a pullback. Certainly looks like a pullback at the moment. But I mean, what is going on with the cumulative delta? I don't understand. This is so weird. Here, you didn't have more market orders here and you made a new high. And then here you made a new high and it was like even not even half. How is that? How do you do that? So limit orders are really dominating the action right now, pushing us up. And that is highly unusual. I would still say that we've moved from a trending market to a conflicted market. But I don't know. And I actually do kind of like this setup for a higher high. I'm actually noticing that this 26, I think, firmed up a little bit. Yeah, just a little. Okay. That might be some accumulation right there. To me, that looks like that was accumulation right there. There's the mini breaking the session high. So yeah. Maybe now we actually have gotten our. I don't know. This movement is just really bizarre. I feel like now that we didn't get those two ticks up, that we are back into the and maybe we did get a reversal here because the delta just kind of is weird. I think that if we did get a move back to the VWAP, that the action would make a lot more sense to me. Okay. Well, we got a balanced price. Jeez. Okay. Would prefer to see a lot more offered. Nothing traded at 21.5. Wow, the E-mini is actually in a pretty tight range since the open when you look at it. I don't know why we're swinging around so much. I don't know. This chart, I mean, it's a really weird. The cumulative delta. This double spike and then push, and now we're back at the lows in cumulative delta. And then they're acting like, oh, no, we're not actually gonna go down. I suppose it could be that somebody bought here. They sold everything, they bought again, they sold everything. They bought again, they sold everything. They could come in at any second and buy again. ZF is definitely down though. ZB has been flat, and maybe we get a sell. Oh, hi in Twitch, by the way. That's like what, NINXH. Sorry, I don't watch the Twitch chat so carefully anymore because it was very distracting. But I do try to take, at about 8:30. In about 30 minutes, I kind of will stop and then try and talk and answer any questions if there are any. So you just put the questions or the comments in the chat, and then I'll read them at the end. So once again, we're in a spot that we thought we could have some continuation, and we're not getting it. We're not getting it. It's also really weird for me to be trying to sell it here. So we are above the VWAP. But this is like such a bizarre cumulative delta situation. Maybe we just don't know enough. Maybe we shouldn't be trading it, but I think, I'm using my sim account today, so I think that we'll learn more from being in. Okay, well, that's getting a little better. And there has some hit, but not a significant amount. Okay, now it's flipping. That's good. A couple of people sold it because of that. Flip again. Switch back. So it's like the robots are just playing games. Hmm. And they tick up. In case you can't notice, I think I've been a little tilted ever since I took the profit on that winner and it went further. I feel frustrated because I feel like we've had a lot of discussion about specific trades this week, and I'm not so sure that it's been helpful. I feel like it's just messing with my head. And it made me, in an area where I would normally be really good, and I would have held it and just watched it go and go and go and go. I was overly cautious because of what happened to me earlier in the week. Not that what happened to me earlier in the week was like bad. There were actually manageable down days. So, and I feel like I am seeing some action in the order flow that I couldn't see before. Although this right here that's going on right now, it just looks kind of random to me. It's almost like, not almost like it kind of seems to me that maybe it really was like somebody bought here, they sold it, they bought again, and they sold all of it. And then this is just maybe people buying the pullback and it not going, you know? So I think that they've just left it. They made their money and they went home. Well, that tick down was a lot better that time. So if we're correct and we're saying that it's dead, then we've moved into a tight range. We really would need somebody to initiate short here. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Should also say they've bought it there at 22 many times and haven't been able to get anything out of it. E-mini is trading back and forth here. Pretty's quite a buzzsaw going on right now in the E-mini. Should have just gone for the spread trade. I remember saying, well, is this just gonna keep going? And it sure, well, like at the time that I was thinking about it, between then and now, it really went, yeah, so there it's, and they finally bought out through the top of it. Oh. This whole trade is all wrong. I should have my sell order at 23.5. They had a level break trade there that failed. And they come back out. They take one tick, they're having trouble. So maybe it was a false breakout. So it's like, maybe I should be selling it here. No. I am gonna let it stop me out. Just because at this point it's like I don't trust any of my decision making at this point. I just want to get stopped out and have it be done with. Be proven ultimately wrong here. Okay, so that level 2 is flickering around a lot and absorbing contracts. So now I feel like that's maybe a little bit more direction. I really should be selling this price. If I hadn't made all the mistakes, I think that the right trade would have to fade this would have been here at the 23. Someone does look like they're accumulating there. Hmm. Okay, so that uptick was a little bit more positive. Well, that order of 23 is not filling. I do think that that high is going to hold. No, I want to stick with it. I know I'm tilted, and this is probably hard to listen to, but I do want to see it. I do think that we're going to come down to the VWAP. And awfully messy here around this 22.5 area. Still not filled. Bitcoin fallen. Now I see it just like right at the same place it was. Of course, there was a decent sell last night. But look, if you're in Bitcoin, I'm pretty confident that Bitcoin is going to go down to about 3K. So that's what my indicator says. There is definitely some big sellers out there. The Mt. Goxwell has been moving money out of his wallets. So I just don't think it's a good idea to be long Bitcoin right now. Yeah. I know that's like not the popular thing to say, but I really don't think you want to be long Bitcoin right now. Probably not for the next 6 months. Well, so I think I should get rid of this because we put it in because we were seeing, like a spoof there at that order, but it has been so long that it probably doesn't matter anymore, right? So let's get rid of that. Yeah, see, so there would have been the fill and it would tick through us. nobody's trading into 23.5 yet. Well, 2, 5. Kind of crazy how slow it's gotten. Jeez, come on. Hmm. I guess we're in counter trend period now. A little bit better of a hit there at 22.5. Okay, they took it. They took another one. I guess our call on the spot was correct, and we would have gotten filled, but we pulled the order, and you would be +3 now. +3, and maybe you'd taken it off at +3. E-mini is back to its VWAP. Very close to its high of the session, in fact. But it's a tight range in the E-mini. Well, it ticked back up there. If we take it back, it wouldn't have been +3, it would have been +2. Maybe you're right, Swisso. I mean, I thought, I mean, I did think it was an uptrend and I had to buy it here. When it did this, though, I thought maybe it was over. And then they pushed up and they made a higher high. But the cumulative, like the buying has subsided. So I do still feel like that they're done, but done could just mean flat here, you know, done could just mean distribution here. But anyways, there's no need for comments like that because we're not coming in here. I'm not selling you anything with treasuries. I am not making any claims about being super good at this or anything of the sort. The only reason that I stream this is so that I have a record that I can go back and look at. And because we're able to create a community here, and that's great that people like to watch, and we actually have a lot of viewers right now. But I have never said that you should do what I do or that I'm a super great trader or anything like that. So let's just, you know, tone it down a little bit. This is me learning, and you have the privilege to watch me screw up and do poorly. It's very interesting that they're so like they want to buy it here. This is well, okay, so first of all, let's just take this thing off here if we can get it off at this -2, okay? What I see right now is in the 5-year in particular looks a lot like an ascending triangle type of pattern. And I don't know if they're gonna break out of it or not. It sure becomes high risk though at some point, doesn't it? Anyways, I think I've let this one sit and tilt me long enough. It's been 40 minutes. Okay, well, that bid is much stronger, so maybe now we actually do have a chance of. Or maybe they are finally gonna come and stomp us out. Really, hereafter. See right here. When I sold it once. That's where I really think that the tilt is affecting my decision making. The E-mini took a decent candle there. And now it's really putting pressure on it. They're putting pressure on it. They're still having a hard time attracting buyers, but I think that they will get it. There you go. Well, there's still that 25 and 26. So if they do break a new high, I'm going to be interested to see what they do there. Okay, so there they ticked it. How much did we come back? 215? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. This delta though is really weird. It's very unusual. Wow. I think I read that move in the E-mini really well. Well, there's 8 there. So maybe this is where I take it. Yeah. Come on. Good deal. That was a Head and Shoulders, by the way. You see it? When it took that one, I was like, level 2 looks like it's going. That's why I clicked in. Well, look at the volume that come in now. So did we have a situation where a bunch of guys got short and they just got blown out? The spread actually went a little bit higher that time too. I mean, when that move came in, it was fast. It was fast in CB at least. That was really crazy in CB. Should have held that one in the E-mini. They did actually make it to the bottom. It filled right there. Well, now the E-mini is starting to look really negative. I mean, we could have a pullback here, but they could see maybe they test that 2700. And if they close below 2700 on the week, that would be really negative. Okay, so now 10,000 at 25. Okay. $15,000. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, I've seen them go through a 15,000 iceberg before. And my recollection was that that was a pretty strong trend day.
Block buy.
Holy shit. I'm really not sure how far you can go with that much absorption. I mean, that is the most absorption I've ever seen at 3 prices. Far and away the most. I don't know if that's just like people stopping out of their shorts from all week or what, but that is crazy. And look at the E-mini. The E-mini's threatening it. I don't know. Maybe here. We could get back up to here. I think maybe the one time that I've seen volume like that was like on an options close. Well, it's 8:38. I'm mad at myself. I really am. Because I had two good trades here in the beginning, okay? Look, I was long at 19. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I had one at 18 half too. And on this trade, I didn't get the right price for starters. Okay. So there's that, okay? And then I had all these buys. The one was at 220. You know, these were all these, you know, this one was just bad. Okay. This one in the E-mini, you know, I took it, it didn't quite go. I got rid of it. That's okay. I guess I'm still learning on the E-mini. But these ones, like this one, sell. Okay. I almost never sell above the VWAP, and I feel like we've had all this discussion, and I let you guys talk me into taking a counter trend trade when I saw those big block sell orders. And I should have just said somebody took profit there and it's done, and waited. And if I had done that and I had just sat there, then when we broke the high, you know, at where did we break the high? The high was 24. You know, I could have taken that one. I don't know if I would have held it through all of that. Holy shit, guys, that's just insane. I've never seen anything like that. I've never this change in cumulative delta. I've never seen anything that just totally blows. And maybe we could have said at some point, I just don't understand what's going on. Can't trade anymore. But I'm not. I feel like because we did the live account and then we had to stop trading the live account and just going back to sim, and I don't know when I will be able to use, you know, be able to build up enough funds to use the live account again. And I think that it's kind of like I've lost direction, you know, like it doesn't matter. And so I kind of lost a little bit of my motivation there from that. And then you know, since I've done that, I haven't necessarily done well. This has kind of just been back and forth at best. And so that was a little hit to confidence. And then, you know, on Tuesday it was okay. But I think I've just gotten way too much into my head of being like, well, what's wrong with this? And I've got to fix this. And then everybody's giving comments all the time and things like that. And almost like, some people are trying to convince me to just like trade a completely different strategy, or like to trade their strategy. And because I did not have the motivation, I didn't have the I wasn't as headstrong as I normally would be. Because normally I'm gonna be like, I don't care, you're wrong. I traded this for a good 6 months and it did really, really well, right? And now it's only doing poorly because one, we had a bad market, and then two, because I'm just being stupid right now. That's what I normally would have done. And if I had stuck with that, then I probably would have taken the ascending triangle breakout there, instead of talking to you about how stupid I'm being. So what do we gotta do? How are we gonna fix this? Well, I think we need to trade, I really do like taking those trades in the E-mini, by the way. I mean, obviously right now they're not profitable, although we're doing better with them. I don't know how it's been this past week, but I do see trades in the E-mini, and I want to keep doing that. But in the treasuries, I've just got to be way more serious. And I've got to stick to my strategy and just trade through it even when it's not my day. And I've got to be more select. I mean, it's still the tweaks. We need to be more selective, need to catch better prices. And we've got to work on the tilt. I am tilted. Big time bad. I mean, 4 losers in a row is just tilting. Especially when they're not all in the same direction either. One was buy, sell, buy, sell. I lost on all of them. I wonder if it stops here now. So I was saying it'd be interesting to see what would happen here. Well, so they did get to it, and there was tons of volume there. So it was totally a valid target. I kind of think that maybe you get a pullback here, but it looks unfinished again. And that may have been a major reversal. That may have been a really major reversal. So maybe next week we'll be buying. I tend to do better in buying conditions, so there's that. Not today though. I'm tilted today. Okay, well, I don't really see oh yeah, Keith made a comment about you can't blame other people. Well, it's not, I don't want to say that I'm when I say that, I'm not saying that to like blame other people. I'm saying that to be like, I should have the conviction to say I don't care what you think, I mean, if somebody makes a comment and I read it and I take it in mind, and if they make a good comment that I agree with, then I should look at that, and they can point things out that I don't see, and I should look at that. But then when I'm, and maybe that's not intentional on their part, but when I feel like that they're trying to like convince me to change my strategy, I should just be like, who cares? And I've done that in the past, and some of my best trades have been in situations where people have said those things to me, Like I think back at that time that the traders were like, oh, it's gonna go down, and I'm like, I think that we're gonna have a big move up, and we did have like a really really big move up. So, and that's where I'm saying that like I don't think I'm not like blaming you, as I don't think that it's like I'm doing poorly because I'm streaming and I'm talking to people and it's messing with my head or anything like that. I think that if it wasn't somebody else, it would be something else, or I would make it up in my mind. You know, I think that I'm just tilted, and even on that last one, like I even pointed it out as I was doing it, that I was like, look, I just want to be stopped out on a -4 and just feel shitty about it. And I did chase some trades. I don't know, some of the ones that I bought on and chased, I think, well, maybe it was okay to chase. This whole dramatic sell and oh, actually we're not done thing was like really messed me up for sure though. Even if I hadn't have chased it, I think I could have gotten myself screwed over in that area. I don't know. We're gonna have to replay this when I get to work and go back to that spot and be like, hey, should I held this at 19. Do we get out here at 24.5? Maybe, because there was a volume node there. And then this falls down. Okay. I don't chase it. It happened to happen, whatever. Is there a chance of continuation here? Oh, let's wait and see. It comes back 4. Okay. Now what? Do I maybe buy it? Maybe I buy it here at 22. Goes and makes a new high. 24. That one I was like, I think it's not gonna go. Then maybe I stay out of this and get long here. Get long here when it really looked like it was gonna break out. I mean, that was a trade where I really thought. I mean, I was still coming to terms with being wrong on a trade, but I really felt like I was, yeah. Anyways, I need to go and post my my notes. I'm going to type some more in Discord, but I'll talk to you guys next week, and we're gonna fix this. So.